If you have been on a hospital floor for more than 5 years, you already know the feeling. The medication is in the cabinet, the order is signed, the patient is in front of you. And somewhere between those 3 points, there is a digital wall that should not be there. A checkbox, an alert, a workflow gate someone built without ever asking what your morning actually looks like. You work around it, quietly, cleverly, often. And every time you do, a small piece of you whispers the same question. Who designed this? And why didn't anyone ask me first? That whisper is not a complaint. It is the early signal of something far bigger. It is the moment a clinician stops being a user of the system and starts becoming an architect of it. Healthcare has reached the part of the digital transformation curve where the easy wins have already happened. Most hospitals have an EHR, most have a portal, most have ambient AI scribing somewhere in pilot. The question is no longer, do we have the technology? The question is the technology actually doing what clinicians need it to do? And the answer, in too many places, is still no. The World Economic Forum's 2026 review concluded that the barrier is implementation. The NHS 10-year plan is hitting its stride. In the US, ONC's 2026 rules are forcing systems to share data. In Ireland, the HSE is moving to implementation. Every one of those programs will succeed or fail on the same variable, whether clinicians are at the table as architects. Years ago, when I was working at Cerner, I had a clinical problem on my desk that on paper looked like a setting in a database. The patient record system had a switch. Require pharmacy review of medications before nursing could administer them, or don't. In most parts of the hospital, that was a safety net. In the ED and PACU, it was a clinical hazard. Time was stretching too far. I didn't write a memo. I pulled in an expert on pharmacy workflow and a programmer, and we wrote a solution for an override in PACU. That fix is still in production. Today, it is treating patients I will never meet with a piece of clinical judgment I encoded on a Tuesday afternoon. Most burned-out clinicians I coach come to me in the middle of a quiet identity shift. They have stopped seeing themselves only as users. You stop counting the things that are wrong. You start cataloging what could be different. You stop being a passenger. You start being a builder. Foundation 1. The ripple. Real legacy in digital health is not a building with your name on it. It is a quiet ripple that prevents unsafe prescriptions. Foundation 2. The rule. The unit of change in digital health is the rule. One rule, designed by a clinician, will outlive your entire career. Foundation 3. The right room. You don't need to be in every room. You need to be in the Informatics Steering Committee or the Design Council. 5 steps. 1. Pick one workflow you currently work around. Document it. That is your first piece of digital health intellectual property. 2. Map the system that owns that workflow. Knowing the technology is half the credibility you need for a digital health conversation. 3. Find the clinical informatics lead in your organization. Bring your workflow document. They are starving for clinicians with specific problems. 4. Look at adjacent roles like clinical informaticist or implementation lead. Watch the recruitment pages in the US, UK, and Ireland. 5. Build one meaningful connection this month. One real conversation with someone who has made the transition. Listen carefully. Look at your career as a 20-year arc. The next decade is the one that matters most. Your clinical judgment is sharpest. Your appetite for legacy is growing. You can spend that decade inside broken workflows, or you can spend it designing the ones that come next. The window is open right now. Tell me in the comments, what is the one workflow you would redesign tomorrow if you had the keys? Subscribe for more. And if you want help, check the link.